this is what's going on now. Missile test in progress. Park is closed. White Sands National Park closed for the missile test, and I'm taking off.
Morning, y'all. We're in Alamogordo. I'm going to give you a historic fact about the US 70 here. Coming up here is a interchange of Highway 54 and Highway 70. Well, at one time, Highway 70 took the route of Highway 54 from Alamogordo south to El Paso, and that was its western terminus for a few years before they changed it. Now it's on its current route, which ends in Globe. Just a little historic tip. Thanks. More classic Alamogordo. Old and long town. Very long. Everybody needs a Tractor Supply Company. There's the fairgrounds. Rockin' BC Burgers. White Sands Mall. Coming up to the end of town. Come back soon, y'all. Coming up soon's the junction. Later.
Morning. Got a little surprise being so White Sands was closed. And the Space Museum was closed. I'm going to give you a Clark Griswold moment. The world's largest pistachio. Pistachio Land. Just north of Alamogordo. It's a winery too. Really cool and kitschy. There's a vineyard around it. There's the Ram. Beautiful morning in Alamogordo. Bam. World's largest pistachio. Oh, let's get rolling. Around this place, really kind of cool. They give you tours, winery tours. if you're liking like wine tastings and stuff like that, they have that here. Who would have known? Loving Alamogordo. Let's roll on.
Okay, we're coming up on historic Tularosa. It's founded by Americans. 1863 is when the Americans started settling here, but the Spaniards and the Indians were settling here long before that. Tularosa. Tularosa is also where 70 and 54 split apart. 70 goes east across the mountains to Ruidoso and to Roswell, down into Texas. Tularosa is also the host of the New Mexico Rose Festival. They call it the Tularosa Rose Festival. They also have a bunch of buildings on the National Register of Historic Places here. Here's one of them. Cool little town. Nothing's open. New Mexico's having a big problem with their network, their card network, so I can't stop and get anything, so cool little town though. Neat rock wall, nice church. That rock wall, the church. Get your chilies. And your ugly pies. $70 East. Tularosa. Right, that's enough. Look at these mountains. Lord, how beautiful. In the pines, around 6,000 feet on the Mescalero Apache Reservation, New Mexico, almost to Ruidoso. Just thought I'd give you a look and see the change. Pine trees everywhere, thicker than thick. Oh. Wow. Can't even see through. Lincoln County. Infamous home of Billy the Kid. Lincoln County Wars. Coming right into Ruidoso. $6,900 feet high. Ruidoso is home of the American Western Heritage Museum. It's closed right now. For some reason, it's been closed for over 2 years now. But when it's open, that is one of the coolest museums you'll ever go to. It's also home to Ruidoso Downs, if you like horse racing. My grandma loved it. I love it. I don't do it much anymore, but the races are fun. I love the horses. Ruidoso also has a demolition derby, which I've competed in once or twice during 4th of July. A bunch of dairymen from Texas. We entered a few cars, had a good time with it. It was about 25 years ago. We are going to Roswell. Ruidoso also hosts the southernmost ski run in the United States, Apache Ski Run. It's a tourist type summer town. It's up in the mountains. Lots of people from Texas come here. We used to come here when I lived in Dublin. It's just a cool place to go. It's only 6 hours from Central Texas, a couple hours from West Texas. Really a neat town. Lots of nice hotels. If you like casinos, mini casinos on the reservation here. Billy the Kid Casino coming up. Ruidoso Downs. Cool town. I'm running into a problem in New Mexico where everything is nothing. You can't pay with your card. You have to pay with cash everywhere. They're having some sort of network problem. Alamogordo, it was okay in Las Cruces, but Deming it wasn't working. Alamogordo it wasn't working. Tularosa wasn't working. Ruidoso's not working. I'm hoping Roswell works so I can stop and get some ice and stuff for my cooler. Hubbard Museum, that's the one, and it's closed. So's the Billy the Kid Visitor Center. All the things I wanted to take you guys to today, I'm not going to get to. So, I'm going to make do. I'm going to go to a couple of historic markers I know are along the way and take some footage. I'm going to try to get my drone up today, but I doubt I will be able to. I might have to wait till Texas till I can get to a couple of places where I know people and I can launch my drone without any trouble. Tried to do it last night in Alamogordo in the parking lot of the Desert Air Classic Hotel, but they frowned upon it. The guy came out and told me no. So I'm going to do that in Texas here. That's probably where we'll be staying tonight. We'll probably be staying in either Muleshoe or Plainview. Texas means that New Mexico's having such a lot of problems with keeping things open and being able to pay for it. So, love New Mexico, but this trip, it's let me down. I'll finish off with some beautiful scenery, leaving Ruidoso. on our way to Hondo. Changing terrain again. Out of the pines into the scrub oaks, cedars. Ruidoso River to the right, but can't see it from the road. We're getting ready to come up on Hondo. Beautiful country here. Hondo, home of the Hurd Museum, H-U-R-D, Hurd Museum. And it's not open today either. Oh, it's San Patricio, not Hondo, sorry. San Patricio. This is where Billy the Kid hid out at Pete Maxwell's house, ranch. I really want to stop and get some drone coverage of this area, but there is just no place to stop. Side of the road, there's really no good place. Beautiful. The only place I know of to stop is Hondo, and it's up a little ways. We'll try it there. Hondo. Not much in Hondo. There's an Allsup's. Hondo, home of the Eagles. We're still in New Mexico, home of Sonny and Pepper. That's just the cowboy way. Here we are in Tenney. There's a church in Tenney. And an old gas station. It's not a gas station. This is what happens to these towns. Interstates come through, take away a lot of the traffic. And you lose things like this beautiful thing, the Silver Dollar Steakhouse. I've eaten there several times. Great place. Great landmark here in Tenney. Beautiful. This part of New Mexico is just beautiful. I love the half desert, half wooded areas. On to Picacho. Now I can finally show you what that valley was. They were growing alfalfa down in that valley in the river. All along the right where I was driving, you couldn't see down in there. That's why I wanted to get my drone up. They're growing all sorts of cherries and alfalfa. Everything said no trespassing, so I didn't want to you know, bother anybody, bother any farmers. I was a farmer and a dairyman, and I didn't like it when people come onto my property and bug me when I was working, so I wasn't going to do that today. This is just real beautiful country. This is a nice river valley. Great farming. And we're coming into Picacho, which is like, there's a group of towns that are like 5 or 6 miles apart here. Picacho. And all of these places, they just got little side roads off the road here. And you can't, unless you're like, own the property, or you're like the property owner, you can't get down there, and I don't want to piss anybody off. Picacho does have a fire station. But yeah. And I believe they have an Allsup's too, which is a Texas, New Mexico convenience store chain. Super good. World famous burritos. At least that's what they say. It's edible. Now we're really getting out of the wooded, and we're going to be getting into the desert landscapes. All these trees here to the right going to be disappearing after Riverside, which is just a tiny town up here. The last one, there's nothing in it either. God, I love this area. Love these kind of areas. All right, off to Portales, then Roswell. Riverside, what used to be a gas station, right there. That is it for towns. You actually start losing all of the wooded area here to the right. To the left, it's just mountains and desert. But down here, there was where the water's running. It's still nice, but it's dry now too. Yep, leaving the area. Gonna get up on a nice, it's gonna be like a nice flat desert plateau. Rio Ruidoso runs that way. We are going north now, and then we're gonna curve around this hill here with the 6% grade and follow 70 and 380 east till they separate. Portales will be the next good sized town. Just incredible how the terrain changes that quickly. From woods and water to just outright desert. So it's just like my home, Arizona. I love it. I like the changes in geography. Rolling. 30 miles out of Roswell. Completely different. This is like over by Deming and Lordsburg. A little more grass, but you can see the big change. Pretty awesome. In Roswell, There's a wreck in downtown, so I'm being rerouted by my maps to go around it this way. I don't want to get caught in downtown, but Roswell, founded in 1865, got a population of almost 50,000. Big community, a lot of dairy farms, pecans, lots of agriculture. But what Roswell's most famous for, you know, is the alien crash. 1947 alien crash in Roswell. It started the alien phenomena in America. Awfully cool. It's also home to the New Mexico Military Institute, Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell Museum and Art Center. Cool little place to go. And if you're wanting to stop and eat, stay, there is a really nice Comfort Inn in the middle of town right next to an excellent Cattle Baron Steakhouse. Cattle Baron Steakhouse is the chain, New Mexico, Texas. Really good place. Really good place to eat. Pecan orchard here on the right, pecan orchard on the left. Roswell, New Mexico. I love all the agriculture. I know I keep saying it. I was a farmer. I love farming communities, my favorite places. If my wife would let me, I would not live in town. I would live out in the farming areas. Nice. Bypassing Roswell. Well, goodbye, Roswell. I gotta get a shot of this before we... Every time I leave Roswell, you gotta get the picture of the other guy's American flag. Look, just flat as hell. Almost ugly, but beautiful. Taking a little roadside stop. Stretching the legs. Cool country, cattle country. Across the road is Quinton City Ranch. I've been going by Quinton City Ranch for like 5 miles, so it's pretty big. And this is Newland Ranch, is the pull-off that I got to. And here comes cattle truck right there. No cattle in it. Well, enough of this. Back on the road. Coming into Portales here. Farming community. The old feed mill. Dairy processing plant. Cheese plant. This is dairy country over here in eastern New Mexico. Portales, Clovis. Lots of big dairies. This is all the milk trailers. Hundreds and hundreds of DFA milk trailers here. That was the company I sold my milk to. Dairy Farmers of America. That's one of their cheese plants. See the big tall metal silos? That's where they bring and store the milk. There's a smaller one. It's got 2 silos. Portales. There's our Portales sign. Nice place to stay along the route. East New Mexico University. I paid a visit to this school. When I graduated from high school, I almost went to play football here. Did not. Portales. Cool town. Outside of Portales, on the way to Clovis. Coming on a really big dairy here. Nice place. They keep it really clean. They're not filled up though. Now that place is empty, except for a few cows. They must have sold out. Empty dairy. Another dairy up coming up. There's also a dairy over there. There's a bunch of dairies out here. I love dairies. That's what I was. I was a dairyman, so you're gonna get to see a bunch of this. Another DFA dairyman. I've got a sign like that. These guys are milking. Good deal. Good sign. I don't like to see any dairies empty. That means we're importing milk, and we don't need to import milk into America. We need milk from America by Americans. All farmland now. Went from desert to grassland. Now this is all farmland. All put into crops. Here they use the pivot line watering wheels. It's a big long line of sprinklers on a wheel pivot, and it goes around in a circle. Connects to a center water line, and the pivot goes around in a circle. It's huge. We had one in Texas that covered 320 acres. There's ones that covered twice that at least. There's one right there, pivot wheel. All right, we're moving on to Clovis. Clovis is founded in 1909. It's got an elevation of about 4,200 feet. It's an agricultural-based community. Its main business is agriculture, mostly dairy. They got the Southwest cheese plant. So I think it's the biggest in New Mexico. Yes, it is the biggest. It's also the county seat for Curry County. Beautiful town. Also housed here is Cannon Air Force Base. Also, this is 70. Also joins 60. Had to stop quick. 60 and 50, or 60 and 84. 70 joins into West Texas. Boy, that short stop flustered me. So, can you get around? Thank you, sir. One of the few times you'll hear me say a bad word. And you can call bullshit on that. Clovis, another nice community, lots of places to stay and eat. It's close to Texas. We're close to Texas now. Aww. Yep. Oh my goodness. We're back through all that crap. I say lots of places to stay here. Last chance for New Mexican style Mexican food. Gets a little different in some places in Texas. A little Tex-Mex, or it's still good, just not the same. Gas is getting a little more expensive too. Yet there's a Pilot and a Love's, and every major chain hotel, every fast food place. There's a Leal's, which is a great place for Mexican food. I like it. I stopped there. I stayed at the Quality Inn next to it. Said I used to live in Texas, and we used to come this way for business a lot. Now we're heading off into Texas. click it back on in a sec. All right, y'all. Port of entry, Texaco. Texaco city limit. Old silos. Last town on New Mexico on the 70. Old building. Another one. And right up here is where the 70 and the 60 separate. 70 goes along with 84. We're leaving Texaco, we're leaving New Mexico. And now we are in Texas. Welcome, y'all, to Texas. Shall you? Just a couple of places to stop in Farwell. A lot of agriculture stuff around here too. Farming community. Farwell. And they've got the barbecue shop if you're hungry. Now we'll follow this down to Muleshoe. Funny, the landscape's changing, get a few more trees. Here we are, Texas. Texas was my home. Enough till Farewell, or enough till Muleshoe. Getting ready to come into Muleshoe. Beautiful West Texas. Muleshoe has a huge water tower. I might have to get a closer look at that. Yeah, Muleshoe was founded in 1913. Got a population of around 5,100. Elevation around 3,800. It's the county seat for Bailey County. It is where 70 separates from 84 and heads east to continue on the journey. Welcome to Muleshoe, y'all. Big John Deere Center, Western Equipment. Case Equipment. I wonder if this is a farm community. Balers lined up by 20 or 30 over there. Okay. They also have the Muleshoe Heritage Center here. It's kind of cool. Leaving Muleshoe. We're 70 heads east off the 84. Gonna go through Paducah, Texas, Vernon, Texas. We'll go through Plainview also. Earth. We're gonna land on planet Earth, Texas. If there's something interesting in these little towns, I'll stop. I tried to find Old Pete, but I got lost. Beautiful country. Welcome, y'all, to Earth. You can go anywhere in Texas. You can go to Earth, go to Paris, go to Athens. You can go to Wichita. There's another cool little town in Texas. This is a small town because there's a stop sign, not a light. It says, "Welcome to Earth." Got a nice little park. Cool stuff. Looks like there used to be a movie theater. Through West Texas again. Coming up on another dairy. I went by several so far. I've decided I'd film the next one that come by. Got his round bells all lined up. Got his wheel. Got their silage covered. 9 miles out of Plainview. Good place for it. FD. Fox Dairy Limited. I've never heard of that dairy before. Very nice dairy. Cotton across the road. On to Plainview. Coming into Plainview. Good sized town. A lot of hotels, a lot of places to eat. Agricultural town. Plainview. Agricultural community. This is where US 70 crosses under I-27. I-27 runs north and south between Lubbock and Amarillo, I believe. Or, yeah, Lubbock and Amarillo. Good sized town. Anything you need, you can get here.
Hey y'all, Plainview, Texas, an oasis in the desert. Brahms. Brahms for a burger and a scoop of ice cream. God saw to be merciful on me and bless me with a Brahms. It's a wonderful thing. Bacon cheeseburger and a scoop of cherries, pecans, and cream. Oh Lord, life is good. Let's get back on the road. Head on to Paducah. Rock and roll.
Back on the road, leaving Plainview. We're going to be going to Floydada and pick up Highway 62, and then we'll cruise 70 and 62 together for a while, and then they'll split off and we'll head off to Vernon. Might stop in Vernon, Texas. Don't know yet. I want to get the drone out, but I need to have an area where there's nobody giving me any crap about the drone, so Plainview, rows and rows of warehouses for, I guess, cotton. This looks like a cotton gin. It is. Grain towers. Wow. Big operation going on here. It's just farmland from as far as you can see, as far as you can drive. Big outfit. More farms on the prairie. Just love this. West Texas. Well, I love Texas anyway. Very few parts of Texas I don't like. Just out in the middle of nowhere, you'll see a big ass building like that.
Windmills, windmills, windmills. Windmills off in the distance. Hell.
Looks like we've got a town off in the distance. I can see a water tower. This is the difference with Texas. Just 5 miles away, you can see the city water tower. Everything's so flat. Next small town on our route is Floydada. I don't know how it got the name. There's got to be some sort of weird way it got its name. But I am not joking. That's the sign. Floydada. They hold a pumpkin festival here. So Floydada must have a big deal on Halloween. Floydada is also where US 70 merges with US 62. And then they separate at Paducah. There's fuel in Floydada. I don't see a motel, but there's fuel. Coming out on a motel in Floydada, the bunkhouse. So there is a place to stay here. And there's a few places to get fuel. They've even got an automatic car wash. Like every small Texas town, they've got a Texas stop sign, a DQ. Cool little houses lining the streets. Lots of flowers and trees. Looks really nice through here. Surprised I don't see hardly any Halloween stuff up yet. Weird. In Arizona, people got Halloween stuff up. Oh. Enough of Floydada. Big windmill. Taking a little rest stop here at a Texas Historical Commission marker. This one here, it talks about Henry H. Campbell
came with his family here in 1854. He worked as a cattle drover. And then in 1879, with 4 other investors, he founded the Matador Ranch at Ballard Springs. Ranch grew up to be huge. 100,000 acres of land and 1.5 million acres of free-range rights in 1882. The ranch was bought by a Scottish syndicate, and he was kept on as the superintendent of the ranch until 1890. Pretty cool. Incredible view down that draw. Wow. That's beautiful. Looks flat, all of a sudden, here this thing popped up. Glad I stopped here. Halfway between Floydada and Paducah. Cool deal. Let's roll. Coming into the little town of Matador. I just thought it'd be kind of funny. US 70 and Texas 70 intersect here in Matador. So you got the 70 interchange right here. Matador. There's a water tower. "32 miles to Paducah." Super green here. Really beautiful. Next time, country's changed again. Now I'm in red clay. Off to the left, I didn't get the camera out fast enough. There are some deer. This is like turning into some like Broken Hills type of country. Now I'm out of the red clay back into the grassland. Just that quick. By the time it took me to get my camera out, I was already through it. But this is still red clay underneath, but it was some broken areas that I didn't get my camera out fast enough. I'm trying to make a little time. Off in the hills over there, the red hills. I don't know if you can tell from the camera. Red Hills. Almost looks like Oklahoma. Oh my. Trees everywhere now. Oaks.
Welcome to Paducah. Now we're out of the school zone. I don't like the recording the school zone. I like to keep my attention. Plus, there was a cop sitting there. I didn't want him thinking I wasn't paying attention either. Paducah has a motel. Paducah has quick stops. Paducah has restaurants. Paducah is where 70 and 83 junction. You can go to Guthrie or Childress from Paducah. Cool old little town, Texas town. 67 miles more to Vernon, and that's where we're gonna stop tonight. Cool old little barn with the Ralston Purina sign on it. Rodeo arena. No, not the rodeo arena. Football field. Nice. That's the rodeo arena for the high school. All right, that's all Paducah had to offer. The next little Texas town. Growl. Texas 6. Takes you to Quanah and Benjamin. Copper Break State Park. Cool old brick buildings. That's old. Old buildings. That cool old courthouse. Good. Really cool courthouse. Cool old town. It's got the dairy bar. Fuel's still cheap here. $3.29.9. That's not bad. Nice Alon service station with an Allsops. Rambler's Corral. Coming into Vernon. This is where I'm stopping for the evening. Tomorrow I'm gonna go around and see a couple things in Vernon. Road Rambler out.